I think entertaining has become an element of protest in the U.S. more recently. I'm thinking about the No Kings protests of this year that have seen people come out in green frog suits and all sorts of suits to try to kind of ridicule the authoritarian tone and the policing that's happening in very frightening ways. That ridicule is important. And you did that too, László, right?
Absolutely. You have to laugh at them, not be afraid of them. They cannot face mirth. They don't understand mirth. They don't understand the derision. They think they are invincible, and when they just don't give in, they don't understand what's going on.
Ezra, your No Kings slogan, people picked that up in so many ways and made it their own. And you see the signs for, months after the demonstration in people's windows. László, I know that when the students took over the university, you kind of barricaded yourselves in with caution tape, which in Hungary is red and white, not yellow. And that tape ended up everywhere as a kind of visual connecting device. Was that carefully thought out in advance, or it just happened?
It happened almost accidentally. The students first wanted to blockade the building with planks, like as a fortress. And the chancellor, who was very, very much in favor of the resistance, he was a good guy. He said, this is not safe. You cannot escape if there's anything wrong going on. Do something that you can go through. And they said, okay, let's get some red and white tapes. And it became very spectacular. So people started coming to the building and say, okay, this is a piece of art. We distributed thousands and thousands of pieces of that thing. And we told people, don't throw them away because that's garbage, that's pollution. Take them home. So they took them home, and thousands of people suddenly had that little tape. So it became a fashion. And the same happened with the mask. The students had yellow masks, all of them, and yellow masks with the other symbol, the raised hands painted on it. And tens of thousands, literally tens of thousands of people all around Hungary were ordering it by mail. They wanted to have that. So you were traveling the country, and you met at a petrol station 300 miles from Budapest. You met another guy with the same mask and waving to each other. Oh, you too? Me too. Yes.
Ezra, coming to you. The U.S. is not Hungary, and theater occupies a different, I have to say, lesser place in our kind of pantheon of powerful institutions in this country. But we have our own. And I'm wondering, as you listen to László, what are the parallels, or where do you see similarities, differences? And do you think that you've learned things about what inspires people and involves people and what doesn't? I'm assuming Indivisible's had some dud ideas along the way.
We've had plenty of dud ideas. There's a lot that resonated with what László's done, and we've taken inspiration from what y'all have done in Hungary. I just want to say that out loud. I think we are not, by training, resistance experts. I loved what you said. They don't understand mirth. That is so true. They want to be feared. They want to be accused of being an authoritarian, of being a strongman. That they like that. What they can't afford is to be ridiculed, to be made fun of. They don't understand it. They can't engage with it. And also, it means that your people-powered protest is fun and popular, and people want to be part of it. Our solution to this problem is getting historic numbers of people involved, pushing back against the regime. You can't do that if this is some kind of serious, sad, scary, violent conflict with the regime. They will win. The regime has a monopoly on violent force in this country. They will win that. We do not want to engage in violence. We do not want this to be a sad thing that you have to do because it's always serious. We want this to be joyous resistance. And it's really difficult for an authoritarian regime to combat that, because how do you push back against people having a good time, exercising their basic rights to show up in public with each other? They want to describe us as some kind of, violent or subversive movement, but we show with our actual actions what we're doing. And they don't know how to push back against that.